stuff like Hannah Montana and Sweet Life, and out of desperation, they came out with iCarly, which I don't think anyone thought was going to make, and that iCarly became the biggest hit Nick had in a long time, and probably, and better than some of the stuff if you were to go into the past with Nickelodeon and remember.
Nickelodeon sucked. Nickelodeon sucked. They sucked. They had only had a couple of good ones. They had Rugrats and probably Are You Afraid of the Dark back in the 90s, and pretty much they sucked. But now they've got a completely different kind of concept for their shows that is totally different from Disney. They've got the Thundermans, they've got, help me out here, the Haunted Hathaways. And, I mean, they've got a lot of great stuff, and I think they've really come into their own now, and that's why the reason why I follow all this is because no matter if you want to accept it or not, these are the people that we're going to be seeing 10 years from now, like we're seeing now with movies in a case like Jessica Alba or Cameron Diaz and things like that. This is who we've got to look forward to in 10 years' time. So with that being said, you know, you really have to kind of pay attention to it because it's really taking off. It's really taking off.
Wow.
Like, I hope the show takes off tomorrow.
I'm sure it will.
I hope it does.
I got my hopes for it.
Yeah,
oh, there you go.
You sound like a guy, the other dude there, he sounds like a guy who could work at EB Games somewhere and is like a really huge video game nerd.
Well, he actually is one of two. He has one of two sports shows that are here on the Wacko Radio Network, and you know, and actually people have been noticing his potential more and more.
The absolute worst fucking thing. The absolute worst fucking thing is when you call to ask for someone's opinion on a video game at a video game retailer like EB Games or GameStop, because you will literally get into this like 2-hour conversation about a game that might have been released 6 months ago, and they'll be talking about the press releases, the reviews on the website, and it's like, man, I only called for the price of a game, not a yearly review. And you'll be there going on and on and on about gameplay and just how the game was shit, and man, oh man, it's terrible. Oh, man.
Never happened to me.
I don't know. For those of you that don't know, too, I've got a new Canon camera today. I actually got a Canon camera as part of my birthday gift today from a great person, and now I can take pictures of all those women, too, now with a 12.1 megapixel digital camera. So maybe there is hope. Maybe the most attractive man will be revived. I don't know. We'll find out. Unreal. It's going to be fun. I hope it is. I really do.
Well, it's going to be fun, I guarantee that.
Yeah,
there's one person. There is one person I know who would probably be on to sit there and scream "Welcome back" to you in a big way. Of course, I'm talking about Miss Destiny, Lisa.
Yeah, she's there. She's always there when something like that goes down. That's one thing that I've noticed about her. You have the thing about the Wacko Weekly Radio Network is the fact that you have these diehard fans that are always fucking there every time the show happens. They're always there. And that's what you really have to appreciate, because those are the people who never gave up on the Wacko radio shows they used to do. And I was there for the James Youngs and things, and these people were there from day one, and I'm sure Stevie Ray will tag along, although I was talking to Stevie Ray the other day, and apparently he has no internet now. So he's not going to be joining us.
Oh, yeah, well,
bummer.
Stevie Ray did get to be there for a for the milestone 5th anniversary show. So
I actually came across an archive of your show the other day. It was the most attractive Valentine's Day we did 5 years ago, and I was thinking to myself, you know, has it really been that long that I've been doing this radio thing? You can go back for literally 5 years ago and pull out an archive like that. I mean, that's insane. You know?
Yes, especially when we came here to Blog Talk Radio. I mean, a lot of the names just aren't here anymore that we've been to their shows too. I mean, you know, of course, obvious reasons we don't have Michael Porter anymore, and
Fast Eddie.
You know, Fast Eddie has been on and off. He's not with the network anymore. I'm talking about Blog Talk period here, not just the Wacko Radio Network.
Yeah, we don't have my dad anymore either. I lost my dad back in February. He was a diehard fan of your radio show, so we'll be talking about that tomorrow too. I think at the top of the show I'll be mentioning my dad and what happened with him and how much of a diehard fan he was of things like Wacko Bob's show. I don't think there was a day that went by that he never asked a question about Wacko Bob. I think the biggest thing that he wondered was who in the fuck Wacko Bob was.
Yes.
Oh
Even
my
when
gosh.
Jonathan Clarke left, his father still listened.
I can tell you who Wacko Bob was. I spent a week at his house, so...
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I remember you saying that you spent a weekend at his house one time a long time ago. I can only imagine what it's like at the Wacko house. I can only imagine what it's like there. Wacko Bob freaking out at his mom, freaking out at his brother, saying that his show is the most important thing that he has in his life. You know? I've heard.
My mother had to floor it back home just so we can make it to do the traditional Christmas Eve night of music show.
Oh,
just so we can make it on time for that one. And believe me, we cut it close, too.
Yeah, she floored it, and his Mama Wacko Bob driving from Fort Lauderdale Church, floored it all the way down, what friggin' road was that? But anyway, it was like, I mean, we got it within like 2 minutes before the show started, and then BTR hosed us on the time and everything.
You want me to make contact with NASCAR, Bob? I have a couple of connections with NASCAR. I've interviewed a lot of NASCAR announcers and a couple of Indy drivers. I don't know if you want me to make connections with NASCAR so your mother can become a motorcycle driver or something.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I got all kinds of connections there. I could pull something out. I did track down the new Love of Your Life, this book reviewer that you had me watching there a couple of nights ago. I did find her.
Yeah, he was the one who managed to get a response out of Amanda Thompson, who were really.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the one question on everybody's mind is, how did he do it? How did he do it? I sat down and I made up all this shit about how I loved The Notebook and how I loved Twilight and how I read all the books and I thought they were amazing. And I hoped that one day that they would write a book on my life. And she wrote me back. She wrote me back, and she said she was just going through some personal issues with her life, and she'd take us up on the interview. Hopefully by the summer now I'll have her for you guys, and you'll be able to sit down and talk to her about her book reviews and things. I found her videos pretty interesting, how they were cut up into individual pieces, and just how well she promotes herself. It's pretty cool that she promotes herself the way that she does. Her YouTube channel views could be up a little bit more. I know that my YouTube channel views are now up to over 55,000 or something, and she's got like just a couple of thousand. So hopefully that the interview will help her a little bit when she comes on here, and she'll be able to hopefully give us an update on what she's doing. But I did get a hold of her, and there aren't many people that I can't get a hold of. Bob was there when I actually even reached Disney when nobody else could. And that's amazing how I have this God-given ability where I can actually reach anybody, and that's where a lot of my stories come from. How I can reach anybody and relate to them, and I think that's cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, I found some of your old stuff here, and simply throwing up the name Jonathan here, and we do not just your intro, but I found your Under the Sea, which everyone who was here at the time remembers Ariel Rose. She was the very first guest. Unfortunately,
man, you found that?
Yeah, I found that one when you did that. Unfortunately, she finally decided she needed to unfriend me more than one time, and I just said, okay, enough's enough. When I found out she would, and she did that especially when I found out she'd become a go-go dancer.
The thing about Ariel was Ariel had so much potential, and Ariel could talk. That was the thing about Ariel. Ariel could talk, and Ariel could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about the most random fucked up shit that I have ever heard. And the thing is, she just had such a bright future, but it just goes to show how fucked up people literally can be. Like, you think you know somebody, and they turn around and they do like that. After me and Bob made her into like a superstar. Yeah, that was pretty, outrageous what she did. And we had to apologize so many times for what happened to Ariel, because, I mean, think of the image that she left us with. It was a pretty poor one.
Oh,
Look at that.
man. And I found your you doing Ring of Fire and everything. So, oh
Ring
my
of
God.
Fire, my God. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I was trying to explain this to a girl the other day, and I don't think she believed me. How you can literally go on Google, and if you had a mind to type in the right keywords, you would find anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 hours worth of audio footage alone. That's not including the video footage that's on YouTube from what I've done and other people, and that's not including the write-ups that I've done. I've written over 350 columns or something. You'd literally get lost in everything that I've done. And if you were to literally do a show to honor everything that I've done, it would take you about 10 shows to do it, or even more. And the funny thing is, I Google myself when I'm bored. I Google myself, and there are people who do these tribute shows for me, and I'm not even dead. Like, what the fuck? I go on Google and I type in Jonathan Clarke tribute show, and I get this tribute show. It's almost like I'm dead. Like, I don't know. I hate to see the show when I actually am dead. I really would. It's amazing. People throw together these shows, Bob, and they have all these interview clips, and they have all these little jingles that I've done over the years. I don't know why. I don't know what you guys think that I am, but I am just like every one of you that do these shows, that enjoys doing them, and I really enjoy sharing these stories that I've done with you. That's why I talk so much about everything that I've done, because I want people to know what I did, and I want to be able to try to connect and relate to you guys, and that's something that I really enjoy doing. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. No matter if you call in tomorrow and talk about fried ham and grease, I will try to relate to you. I don't care what it is. Let's talk about beans and how much they make you fart. I don't care. Tomorrow I will try to do whatever I can, and hopefully it'll be a highly rated show. I want to get the callers up, and I want to make sure you get a lot of downloads, because I know Bob promotes things like anything, and I'm sure that I'm really expecting tomorrow we're going to get a lot of surprise call-ins, especially with how many people know this is happening now, and this little bit of promotion that's going on now is helping it too. And I don't know how much time you guys have left here, but I'm really enjoying talking to you. How much time do you have left here?
We got another 9 minutes left here. Then we do have to take off because we do have the Raven's Edge to do, and I'm actually going to be co-hosting that one. So